Well, good afternoon, everybody. Murphy here, and I've walked by this place over here. It looks like somebody took a frickin' dumpster about as big as a city block and just full of metal scraps and shit, and dropped it from about a mile high. It exploded all over all over the yard there, and I couldn't figure out what kind of business is going on over here, because I'd see all these rigs pull up, and I'd see people bringing these big hawking chunks of metal over here. And then it finally I checked it out, and what this place has now become is a metal recycling yard. That means, right, when people go out there, they rip the copper wires from light poles and shit, and they take it to one of these places to sell it in here. So people got all their scrap metal up on there. You can see an old hot tub on the thing there. I don't really know how much metal that he has in it. An old portable generator. You can see some andirons in there. I don't know how well you can see that. I'm imagining that's what they are. Something. I don't know what the hell those things. They look like andirons over there or something. Things that go by the fireplace. And now they're buying in metal recycling there, and I guarantee you this, guys. If you're missing an air conditioner off the top of your building, or your street light's missing its electric wire and shit around town, if I'm the cops, this is the first place I'm gonna put on stake out over here. Anyway, cut the bullshit, okay? It is Thursday afternoon, and one of the things I wanted to do, I was really surprised. My wonderful friend Shay, who, remarkably and almost solo is going on this fat tranny challenge, as are some of the other girls, and it seemed like somebody flamed her. And this is Walking on Sunshine is her channel name now, and it's wonderful. Her and Ricky and Al, the three of them, trying to get things together so that they can move to Florida. But then somebody flames her, evidently, for using the T word, the tranny word. And I just thought to myself, and like Shay said, if you don't have an icon if you don't have anything on your profile page, and you claim to speak for the transgender community, and you don't have a real name and all that, it's like how can you take that real seriously, right? When somebody comes on and posts, I think I speak for the whole transgender community. Well, I got a big mouth, you guys. There ain't no way that I would speak for the transgender community. You know what I'm saying? Ain't many mouths bigger than the Murphy girl. So, some woman, I don't know whether fat bitch, flat P-H-L-A-T-T bitch or something like that, and I thought the name really fit her. But it came down to the whole idea, the words that you can use. And when you call somebody a tranny, or somebody calls somebody black, disparaging the N-word, or things like that, it's far different than two black guys together and joking around, or two transgender girls joking around, black guys calling each other the N-word, and sisters, the transgender sisters, calling each other tranny. I mean, you're in your own sort of company. And I mean, we set up our YouTube channels, and when you're transgender, like Rosie Murphy channel or Rosie O'Kelly, yeah, it might take a little bit of digging, but you click on the about page, you figure out, well, it looks female but got kind of a male voice. After a while, you figure it out, and you either like the experience and you like the channel and you subscribe to it, or you just move on. But you don't flame people for being in their own sort of neighborhood and sort of talking shop talk and girl talk with each other. And sometimes I think some of the people in the transgender community, especially the ones that tend to try to be advocates and stuff, and I'm an advocate too, but I advocate by just living every day and just showing girls, well, you can be full-time, and you can enjoy your life and still have success in career and keep your family intact and have love and friends and all that. Or you can be an advocate that gives lip service to stuff. Now, I know some tremendous advocates for the transgender community. I would think Devin Payne, a good friend of mine, immediately comes to mind. I don't think that she has a YouTube channel, but she certainly has a Facebook page, and she's always working the phone. She's always working LGBT issues with a heavy emphasis on the T part, and I really, really like that. She's what I call a true advocate. She has no other motives in her life except to see things improve for the transgender community. Then there's what I call the tranny cops out there. They're usually faceless people. They have no icon. And what they do is they run around to various channels and they do hit and run stuff. They'll flame you, like in my case, I often get, you're the worst representation of the transgender community. You know, you should be prim and proper and represent as a refined woman, when in reality we live in a world with all different type of genetic girls too, from wild hillbilly types like me to refined girls like Missy Jen. And there's plenty of room within the scope for all of us. And you don't ever hear girls shoot other girls down and say, you know, except behind their backs maybe, and say, well, you're not girly enough, blah, blah, blah. You know, in other words, you can be Daisy Duke and have your Daisy Dukes on and hanging with the boys and flying around in the General Lee and stuff, or you can be prim and proper and enjoy goth and Victorian stuff and dressing to the nines with chokers. Pretty much people are going to say you do your own thing, you find your own niche. But in the transgender community, we have this habit so many times of wanting to just take all of our octagonal shaped pegs, all of our square pegs, all of our hexagonal pegs, all of our pentagonal blocks, and we want to have them all hammered into the same round hole. Well, it doesn't work that way. There is no ideal transgender girl. You know, one of the finest transgender girls I know, and I don't mind telling your name, I've spoken about her before, Susie Villa. She works in Astoria, works at a club in Astoria, a transgender club, Tranny Playground. And, you know, she's Miss Ecuador transgender. It's just a wonderful, wonderful person. It's uplifting to everybody that knows her. Obviously, she's very beautiful, but she encompasses all the things I ever wanted to be if I was younger, and transgendered, of grace and dignity, coupled with humor and a little bit of flamboyancy, and you know, having a good body and out there and exhibitionism, but it all wrapped up in a beautiful package. But then I think of some of the tranny imposters out there, that it's only about what they are and what you know, how does my how do you like, I got this cute little curl thing going on and all this stuff. They play at being advocates, but the reality is they're only out for themselves and what they can mooch off of other people and get. These are the worst people, these false prophets of the transgender community that attempt to tell other people how to live and toot their horn about how great they are and the wonderful things that they do for the transgender community, when in reality they don't do shit. They turn their backs on their family, they kick everybody in the ass, they lie, they cheat, and they're generally two-faced. And eventually, you know, it's like, you know, take a septic a cesspool, and the crap just floats to the top after a while. And after a while, people figure out, well, this person was a phony and a fraud, and then like a little rat, they scurry into their hole and they disappear for a while. So anybody that wants to flame people in the transgender community for the words they use and the you know, the manner they live and all that, I just say you got another thing coming. Because I'll tell you, when you just do a flyby, what I call a drive-by shooting on somebody's channel, like mine, oh, you're just all tits, girl, and really, you don't take time to get into the flow of videos and get the enjoyment and stuff that other people do and make those really great sister connections like I've made with people like Colette and Shay and Francis and then Nicole, and the list just, Jamie, the list just goes on, and Erica, on and on, because these people are genuine, they're real, their opinions matter to me. Because they don't just talk to talk, they walk to walk every single day. They're the people I really value. Everything else it's fun, it's entertainment. The guys that come on the channel, I love it. I mean, I like to be crazy, but at the end of the day, I also like to be respectful too, to everybody, and give everybody their piece. And for every single person I check out on YouTube, I try to give it a chance and get to know the person a little bit and what makes them tick. And I'll tell you what, some of my best friends on YouTube may not be people that you'd immediately gravitate to in real life. But, you know, after a while, when you get to know them and stuff, and you find out what makes them tick, they're the most awesome freaking people in the world. So when a sister calls another sister or uses the term fat tranny challenge and all that, I don't find anything wrong with that. You know, but it's okay for Jerry Springer to, you know, talk about trannies, meet hillbillies and all that kind of stuff. That was just to totally disparage and mock. But if you're a true sister, you have the utmost respect for other sisters out there, no matter what you may call them playfully and everything else. So that's just my take on it, as my Fat Tranny Challenge rolls down to its last week next week, and it's been exciting to me. Thought I felt a little lizard run across my foot there. It's been exciting to me, and it's been good if I've been inspirational to some of the girls, to help them get in shape and to live long and happy and healthy lives. So thanks for watching this afternoon, everybody. Mwah.